The movie opens with a girl running away from something in the middle of the sugarcane fields. She falls down. We see a hand reaching out to her with a knife, first hesitant to take it. Then, she sees something that scares her. Crying, she takes the knife and stabs herself with it, not before shouting with "Don't kill my baby." Welcome to Freshly Recapped. This is a recap of the movie Chori. Enjoy the video and watch out for the spoilers ahead. We see Sakshi, now 8 months pregnant, working in her NGO called New Steps New Thinking. She encourages a young girl in her NGO to go and play with the boys and not be scared of them. Later, when she is eating some snacks outside the school, her husband Hemant arrives at her place with their driver, Gajla. We also see 2 men in their car who have been following Hemant. Seeing them, Hemant looks worried. When Sakshi asks him who are they, he tells her they are nobody. Later that night, Sakshi wakes up hearing some commotion inside the house. Walking downstairs, she sees the same men whom she had seen earlier in front of her school beating up Hemant. They tell him to return the money in the next 24 hours or they will come back and kill him. While getting his wounds tended, Hemant tells her he had taken some loans from a loan shark for new business, and now that it has run into some trouble he is unable to pay the loans. Realizing they won't be able to come up with such a large amount in such a short time, she suggests to disappear for a while where they can't be found and let things cool down. Next morning, their driver Gajla tells them he knows a place where nobody will find them if they want to disappear for a while. He tells them it's 300 km away and he can take them there. When Hemant asks Sakshi if it is a good idea to go so far away from the city in her advanced stage of pregnancy, Gajla assures him there will be his wife there too, who will take care of her. They all leave early the next morning, and soon arrive in the middle of the sugarcane fields some time later. When they reach the place, it's already dark. They find out there are no villagers around except Gajla's wife Banu Devi. She shows them their new house. Sakshi comes to know Banu Devi as old-fashioned woman still holding on to old customs in the house. Still wide awake at night, unable to sleep, Sakshi feels a strange vibe in the house as if someone is watching her. Next morning, when Sakshi wakes up, she sees Hemant getting treated on his injuries by Banu Devi. When Gajla takes Hemant away to show him his fields, Banu asks Sakshi if she caught a good sleep last night. Sakshi tells her she did not, as it's a new place. Banu tells her she will get used to it in time. This comes as a shock to Sakshi. She tells her she is here only for 3 days. She asks her if Hemant did not tell her that. Later, alone in the house, Sakshi decides to check the house. Taking the rounds of the place, she notices signs of burning everywhere in the room behind the main house, on the windows and the door. She opens the door of one of the rooms, and steps inside. Inside she finds the walls have all been blackened with smoke, as if the room has undergone some fire recently. Not too far away from the burnt room, she finds a well with not too much water inside. Later, Hemant tells her he has to go to the city with the driver to try to arrange for the money. He has to try something to pay for the loans. He asks her not to worry. Banu is there for her, if she needs someone. As Hemant and Gajla are away, Sakshi and Banu get to know each other better, and have time to bond with each other. Sometime later, Sakshi accidentally meets Rani, the daughter-in-law of Banu Devi, chopping woods outside for the fire. She notices a deep scar on her stomach. Alone with Sakshi, Banu tells her Rani accidentally lost her baby while out on the fields and she had to cut the dead baby out herself, and that she has not spoken a word since that day. Feeling sorry for her, Sakshi tells Banu to think of her as her own daughter and her baby as her own baby. Later in the night, Sakshi keeps seeing 3 boys running around in the house. She calls them out, but they run away behind the house towards the burnt house. Just then, Banu stops her and takes her inside her room. When Sakshi tells her about the boys, Banu warns her to stay away from them as they only bring troubles. When Sakshi tells her she likes boys, even in her school she never misses her chance to play with them. Banu tells her she is making the same mistake as Rani did. Later in the night, when Sakshi wakes up, she finds Banu right next to her, awake and afraid. Next morning, Rani tries to talk to Sakshi but stops at the last moment, seeing Banu is seeing her. The 3 boys also show up outside her door. They lead her towards the torched room behind the main house, where Sakshi finds a tape recorder playing a children's rhyme. Following the boys, she steps inside the room. There, inside the room, someone, half burnt, tries to reach out to her as if to ask for her help. Outside, seeing Sakshi with the recorder, Banu throws it away and begs her to stay away from the boys. They only bring troubles. Sakshi tells her she does not know who she is anymore. She behaves differently with Rani than her. Seeing she is losing Sakshi, Banu tells her she is carrying a girl and not a boy. She can tell by the way she moves, and she also knows her husband is after a boy and not a girl. He will be disappointed to find that. Sakshi tells her Hemant is different and he would not care if it's a girl or a boy. Banu asks her to open her eyes to see the reality around her. Later, when Hemant is back from the city, Sakshi forces him to leave the place immediately. She tells him she does not feel safe in the house anymore. As they try to leave the house, Gajla strikes Hemant on his head, and Banu puts chloroform on Sakshi's mouth. Then, they are both taken to a religious ceremony in the thick of the night. As Sakshi lays motionless on her bed, Banu tells her a story. Some time ago, Banu married her brother-in-law, Yogeshwar, to a girl named Sunani, who turned out to be a witch. The day Sunani came into the house, all hell broke loose. Nothing was ever the same again in their lives. Banu's 3 boys turned against her and would only listen to Sunani. Not much later, she became pregnant. Everyone thought now she will have her own child and start losing interest in the boys. Seeing no change in her behavior, when Yogeshwar asked Sunani to stay away from the boys, she killed him with a knife. She then turned the knife on herself and jumped into the well. But she did not just kill herself but also killed her 3 boys. She further tells Sakshi it did not just end there. After her eldest son, Rajbir, got married to Rani, Sunani came after her too, with the boys. When she was 8 months pregnant, Sunani came and forced Rani to open up her belly. When Rajbir married again and his new wife was 8 months pregnant, she too began seeing the boys in Sunani. Her fate was also the same, she too sliced her belly. Banu tells Sakshi she too did not give up hope for her happiness. This time she got Rajbir to get married in the city. She further tells her a pundit has told them if a woman pregnant with an 8 months child spends 3 nights in the house without any harm, the curse will be lifted and Rajbir's new wife in the city will be able to bear a child too. Banu begs Sakshi to help her lift the curse and bring her family a boy. Later, left all by herself in the house, Sakshi, under hallucination, starts having visions of the day Sunani was killed. Sunani is coming for her too, just as she did for the other women for avenging her death. Sakshi finds herself out in the fields. She sees Sunani jump into the bell, and the boys follow her behind. Her visions keep getting intensely vivid with time. Now inside the room, Rajbir and others follow her into Sunani's house. There they doused her in kerosene and light her on fire. Sakshi's visions continue. We are in the daylight earlier when Sunani was still alive. Banu and her brother-in-law come looking for her and chase her in the fields. Finding her running away, her husband catches her and starts beating her up. We see the boys hand her a knife to protect herself, but then suddenly her husband falls on the knife and dies. Sakshi continues her visions. She sees Sunani handing the knife to all the women as slice their bellies. In the night, Sakshi delivers a girl in the presence of Sunani and the boys, just as Sunani did earlier. Next morning when Sakshi wakes up, still inside her visions, she does not find her baby. She runs to the well. There she sees Rajbir throwing the girl in the well as everyone cheers him. Sakshi runs to the well looking for her baby and sees the well is full of dead bodies of girls everywhere. Now back in reality, Sakshi finds herself in the middle of the fields again, but this time it's real. The boys hand her a knife. Later, Banu finds her with her belly still intact. She is relieved and thanks her for bringing happiness to her. Just then, Hemant walks in and asks Sakshi to leave immediately. He does not want to stay in the house anymore. But Sakshi stops him and asks him to wait. She won't leave until she uncovers everyone for the crime of killing Sunani and others. She has seen it all. She just goes on and narrates what she saw through her visions. She saw Rajbir and others burning her alive for carrying a girl child. When she still delivered a girl, there was no one beside her, except the 3 boys. Soon, thereafter it was thrown in the well as an offering for good harvest. When Banu reminds her Sunani was responsible for killing the boys, Sakshi tells her Sunani did not kill the boys, they jumped into the well after her to save her and died. As if it was not enough, unable to bear children anymore and posing a threat to them, the eldest son Rajbir killed both his wives to silence them forever to hide the truth. Only Rani was left alive as she could not speak anymore. Gajla asks Sakshi to start behaving like a girl and not forget she is a girl after all. Sakshi asks him to not forget there is no one above a mother, and only a girl can be a mother. Not even God can take her place. But when Banu asks her to shut her mouth, Sakshi asks her if she is going to ask Rajbir to kill her too, just like she did for the other women. Then she turns to Hemant. Realizing he is now exposed, Hemant makes his move, but Sakshi puts a knife to his throat. She tells him she does not want him around her child anymore and walks away. Hemant follows her but is finished by Rani with her machete as Sakshi keeps moving on. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Thanks for watching, enjoy your popcorns and watch out for the spoilers.